Hi everyone, I'm Retro Revival and welcome to Behind the Streams. What we're going to do on these streams is we are going to look at my journey going from no streaming knowledge or practice at all and see what we can do as a 37-year-old man who's too old to be doing this. On these videos, I'll just go through the things that I'm doing on my stream and on my other channels in order to grow as a content creator and see how it goes. Hopefully be able to give you some tips on the way, even if it's just what not to do. Yes, a little bit less YouTubey voice now. This is me. Okay, what we are going to do today is we're just going to have a look at where we are so far on our journey. This is a journey that I started probably a year and a bit ago, maybe a year and a half, probably a little bit less. And we have got to a decent position now. And it's time that I think I want to start sharing what we're doing on this journey and also try to help some other people who are trying to maybe do this themselves. Doing something with games, streaming or anything like that has always been something that I've wanted to do for a good number of years, probably since I was a kid really, if I'm being honest, but never went to do that. By trade, I'm actually a primary school teacher. I'm 37, I've got 2 kids and a mortgage, but I just took that leap probably about a year ago, fully a year ago. I took the leap to go into streaming, content creation, to see what we could do. And here's my first tip for any of you thinking about whether to do it, should I do it, anything like that. Just please do it. I'm going to show you how I stream and all the things that I do today, and it'll show you that any person can do it. And you don't want to have those regrets of sort of, oh, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd done this earlier. And now, if it doesn't end up working out for me, it doesn't end up working out, but we'll have given it a go. So I first started this about a year and a half ago. It wasn't anything to do with content creation or anything like that, but it's the start of where something actually started to form. I am a retro games collector. I'm not going to go too much into my collection stuff on this video. I am going to set up another series looking at my collection and doing different things to try and build that collection. So keep your eyes out for that. I will put a link in the description once I get that series started as well. Like I said, we're just starting, it's not there at the minute. But yeah, I'm a retro collector and I thought I want to try, especially with 2 kids, I want to try and grow my collection for as cheap, if not as free. So I did the thing that lots of people are doing now, do the CX, Vinted, car boots, charity shops. But what I'm going to try and do is buy and sell games, flip them for a profit, and that money that I make, I'm going to sort of put in to make more games. Now, when I first started, I don't know whether this is just me, please let me know in the comments if you feel like this as well. I used to sell on eBay and I hated posting on eBay. I don't know why. I'd always work out the packaging wrong, I'd lose money on the stuff that I was doing and I had really small margins. Going to the shop, getting it sorted, I don't know, I just hated that part of it, and that's what put us off selling. So one of the reasons I started to try and do it with my collection and buying and selling and flipping is because I found Vinted. Now my Vinted store, you can go and have a look in a minute, it doesn't have as much on anymore because I've moved away a bit from that, but I do get duplicates every now and again. But my Vinted store, what I used to do on there was buy games and try to make about 10-15% profit. Now on cheaper games, that's not much, but if you buy lots and lots and lots and lots, it was actually doing quite well. Vinted made the posting part really easy with lockers and in-post and Yodel and all that type of stuff. Not the greatest of sending, but for couriers and things, I don't think. Sorry, Yodel, Every, all that guys. But it did make it easy for me on the sending side, so that's what made me really go for it. Now I hyper-focused on that, and it was all I was doing all the time around, taking the kids around car boots, stuff like that, finding games, things like that, and it was going well. However, Vinted is not as big as eBay. There's not as many eyes on it. So ever the entrepreneur, Del Boy, you might want to call me, I thought, how am I going to get people to see the stuff that I'm putting on? Now for me, one of the easiest things I thought was, right, well, what I'll do is I'll make a TikTok, I'll show footage of the games, and people will see them, oh, I remember that one, and put it on that you can get it on Vinted. So that's how my TikTok channel, which is my first thing I really started with, really started. It was great because I could show the people that the games were working, they could see the condition of the games and stuff like that, and they could buy off me with a little bit more security because they know that I was trying to build up a TikTok channel, so they can comment, they can try and spam that if anything went wrong with the delivery, anything like that. So it was working well, and it was helping me to make a profit. Well, not really make a profit because all the money went into buying stuff for my collection. As you've seen, it's pretty massive at the minute, about 1,400 games, but it was meant me add stuff for that for free. So we had that for just under a year. That's all I was doing. Now, when it came, I started around about, I think, the June time. And when it came around to Christmas, I hit the point where I could go live stream. You get the little message off TikTok, oh, you can live stream. And I thought, might try that. Now, I did do a couple of streams. I had just under about 1,000 followers then, I think, around Christmas time last year. And I thought I'd give it a little go. I'll have a go on it, I've seen on it. Now those streams were lonely, nobody else in, but they helped me to build, they helped me to think of what I need to do, and they gave me the book for streaming, which was the main thing. A big shout out to retropelit, I'll probably pronounce that wrong. He's a guy over in Scandinavia who came to my first couple of streams, gave me my first coins. People gave me coins for streaming, that was mind blowing to me. I mean, it worked out like 1 pence, but that wasn't the thing. It was the action, the giving of it that really sort of helped me push on and gave me a bit of confidence. He's a great guy. I know his TikTok handle. I'll put him in the comments, and you can follow if you want him. Anyway, did a couple of Christmas, left it. Like I said, I'm a primary school teacher, had lots on, so left it till about March this year. Now at March this year, I had about 1,300 followers on TikTok, just from what I've been building up on Vinted, those types of things. But I had a little change of thought and thought, this is what I want to do. I am going to push and go for it. In my mind, I always give everything that I go for, everything. So I thought, right, I'm going to give it everything I want. If I want this to do well, yes, I'm going to start as a hobby and I'll enjoy it and we'll see how it goes. And if nothing comes of it, yeah, great. But for me, I really thought, right, well, if I'm giving it a go, I want to make this a viable source of income for me as a creator. In order to, I don't know, maybe drop some days at work sometime, maybe do it full time, I don't know. That's a long way down the road, but we've got to start somewhere. Anyway, I started hammering it from March, and one of the biggest things is I've built up a really good community over on TikTok. So my channel's in the back there, it's retro.revival1. If you're not following, drop me a follow. As you can see, we're now up to about 8.5k followers. So we've made great growth since that March. As we get into these videos and stuff like that, I will go into maybe tips of what I did, how I did it, and those types of things. At the minute, I'm just letting you know where I am. I have to give out a big shout to my community. It is because of them that have kept me going and helped me to grow so big. Well, big for me, you know what I mean. So thank you to them, and this is where we are at the minute. So this is where we are. We've got 8,500 followers on TikTok. We stream regularly on there, and we put content out every single day on there. I've got a YouTube channel that's quite young and fledgling. These videos, you can see how many followers and stuff I have. If you watch it in the future, let me know. Did I make it? Is the YouTube channel good? Is it not? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, we've got that YouTube channel. I'm not streamed on there. I've got a Twitch that I'm not streamed on. I don't have any followers on because I can't yet. We have a Discord set up. Lots of lovely people in. Down I'll put a link into the bio if you want. It's a bio, I don't know, new to YouTube. Down there I'll put a link if you want to join in. Lots of nice people. It's a nice community full of people like gaming and retro games, and just get along, so join there if you want. And that's where we're at really at the minute. I've also got people starting to subscribe on TikTok. I've got some people subscribing to the Patreon that I set up not long ago, and that blows my mind that people support me in that way. So thank you everyone who's doing that. You will be mentioned at the end of the video if you are a Patreon, so thank you for that. It's not a long list, but it is a lovely list, which is absolutely great. So that's where we're at the minute. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you where I stream, and this is the main part of the video that I want you to look at if you are thinking about streaming, okay? Don't think I need this, I need that, I need to do this and that. Please just do it. I'm about to show you how I stream on TikTok, how I've been basically doing it for the last 6-7 months, and how we've gone to this level with not spending too much, not yet. So please give it a go. Let's have a look. So this is where I do all my streaming. Now this was my garage. We converted it into a cinema type games room in the summer, which we were always going to do. It was anything linked to the streaming. We did it this summer, and I've sort of taken it over for a stream room. It only seems right. So I do have my collection around everywhere. Again, I will go on that in another series. I will post them in the description if you are interested in that once I start the videos. But this is how I stream. Literally, obviously facing the other way because I'm on TikTok, but I point my phone at the screen, normally with the console or a game and stuff at the bottom, and that is how we get our content. You don't need anything fancy. I've gone to this many subscribers, 8,448, without any extra equipment or anything like that. Tip though, if you are doing it, think about what your setup looks like. I normally try and have the old console, the game and stuff in shot. I turn off all the lights so it's dark, so you can just see the screen and you can see sort of the console. Set it apart from just having your living room or a thingy of your room. Be conscious of that. Try and make yourself stick out, because if you're scrolling through and you just see someone's room, you might scroll past. If you see the sort of setup of your screen looking a bit better, you might do something different. Now, we do have these as well. Now, I did used to on YouTube years ago make content, so I had these anyway. I use these now. I'm not on camera, okay? I am going to try and change that, but at the minute I'm not on camera. But I try and do it when I turn all the lights off to light these games up so you can see these. It's a nightmare stopping the reflection, as you can see in the telly. But again, if this is too dark and you can't see them, it's actually pointless being here. Now, the room is an absolute tip, okay? I apologise for that. When I stream different games, I try and set this up different. So I'm doing Tomb Raider Remastered at the minute, so I've got those games around. But I was doing Mega Drive, so I had those games at the side and putting them back in. As you can see, my games room as well, I haven't got the shelving up or anything yet. And that's going to help me keep my games tidy, keep my games away, help me get games out and put them back where they need to go really, really easily. So until we get that, it is a bit of a tip. We do have stream snacks and drinks, as you can see. They are essential if you start streaming. But yeah, and that's basically what we have. Obviously, having a tripod, again, this is from a previous life, is good, but you can get them really cheap on TikTok now. I was using one on there until I started using this one. The only other thing that I've got now is you can hear the audio. I've got a mic. Again, do not go and blow the bank when you're first trying and starting things out. I have literally got this from Tik Tok shop, and it cost me like £5, and it does okay for your audio. So that is how I stream. That is where I stream. There is no excuse for you not to stream. Yes, I've got a big TV there. Whoa. I've actually seen streamers, and I think it looks better with the old school CRTs, especially with old screens if you're thinking of doing retro screens. So just make your setup interesting. But most, please just do it. Try it, please. You'll only regret it. So that's behind the streams. We're going to keep doing these, letting you know how we go on in real time, ups, downs, however it's going. I will let you know, hopefully, helping other people I think might want to do it, and just watching a Macam trying to navigate his way through somewhere where he's too old to be. So please drop a like, subscribe and share if you can. Let's get the journey started. You guys will help me grow. I will drop my other socials down in the description, my TikTok, stuff like that. If you want to drop me a follow, again, it's greatly appreciated. And lastly, a big shout out to all my patrons who are starting to make this baby a believable dream. On screen, you see my tier 1 supporters and my tier 2 and up supporters. Here is the massive list of people who subscribe me as I'm recording this video. Eamon, thank you very much for subscribing, man. If you have subscribed afterwards, I apologise. I record this video, it's already in the can, as they call it. Look at that with me with all the lingo. You will be on future videos when I make them. Thank you very much for watching, and have a beautiful day.